Yeah, push those buttons.
You push my buttons.
And we're live!
And we're rolling! Welcome back, gamers. It's been a month. Yet again.
Remember when we said we were going to record an episode the next week?
Yeah.
In the last episode we uploaded?
I do.
Well, look how that turned out.
I remember.
We had a story we needed to talk about that we never talked about.
Why are you looking at me?
Do you forget?
No, I'm looking at the why we didn't film the podcast.
Stop!
Stop having a seizure! Anyway, yeah, we're here. Back at it again.
Hello, guys.
Should we tell the story about the blue SUV?
You can go for it.
Yeah, if you guys want to go do that, tell.
Maybe I should stop playing games before.
Yeah, you know,
Maybe,
your
you
self-imposed
fucking hypocrite.
rule of I don't have to follow the rules of no game.
Yeah, that's
while
right.
I
It's
play.
my podcast. Do whatever the fuck I want.
It's not yours, it's ours.
I'll play RuneScape.
You motherfucker, you ain't got a computer.
I got my phone.
Oh,
It's on. He does have it on his phone. He plays it on his phone.
that's not good.
I was hanging with Spadini and I got 2 levels.
That's crazy.
I know. Took me 2 hours.
Yeah. Gamer, please.
Game of please.
Alex wants to learn Ice Shard. That's a good move. What do you
I do.
Stop playing Pokemon.
What is Powder Snow? It does the same amount as Powder
like
Snow.
normal shit? Like
No, Lear's not. It's good to have a defense. You have Leaf Age. That's sick. The
Leaf
user
it's
flash freezes a chunk of ice and hurls it towards the target. This move always goes first. Powder Snow, the user attacks with a chilled gust of powdery snow. It may also freeze the opponent. I think priority is better than the chance to freeze. That I probably won't even get, let's be real, because freeze sucks. Alright, cool.
Isn't it also the hardest status effect to get to go off?
It also doesn't last long, like nearly as long enough to make it justified using.
Yeah, you'd rather just want to use sleep.
I'd rather want to just get the hit, in my mind. Especially because Obama Snow is big and slow.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome.
Yes, Alex, who is the host for this week, is not doing a very solid job. He's playing with the fucking clip.
Yep, I am playing with the clip. And
All right.
What we're going to talk about today? First, we're going to talk about the blue fucking USUV. No, top.
USUV.
Yes.
Oh,
The blue USV, get the fuck down!
you see? Yeah, I guess. So funny, we have jobs. I work. One night, when these two were hanging out, I got out of work, and I'm like, damn, I want to go see my friends. So I call them, I tell them I'm coming over. We get there, I essentially pick both of them up. This was on our 1-year podcast anniversary. This happened a month or 2 ago. And so, as we're going, we pull up, hop out at the after party. I'm like, okay, we'll go to Alex's house to record, because it's pretty quiet. And then we were like, we'll do shit from there. But I was like, but first, I want to go stop off at McDonald's because I haven't eaten dinner yet, and it's like 11:30. And they were like, yeah. We pull up to the McDonald's
At
at the after party. We pull up to the McDonald's. I'm sitting there. I'm like, bro, I want my food. As I'm sitting there waiting to pay for my food, Alex and Spinny are talking about something, and I look up and I notice that in the side mirror of the car in front of me, they're waving at our car. And so, in a moment of pure social genius, I just wave back, and they start fucking giggling and laughing at the fact I did that. And I was like, cool, I managed to be entertaining. And then they suddenly roll down the window, and they start screaming at me that I look like one of their friends' brothers. And I was like, that's cool. That's when Dipshit 1 and Dipshit 2 pick up on the fact this is happening.
Who's 2?
No, it's not. That's when
important.
That's when these two hop in and decide that they're gonna be involved with the fuck's going on. So they both they start shouting at the car in front of us. The car in front of us, they get their food and they pull away. I pull up, I get mine, I pay. We drive out. As we're driving out, their car is still parked at the McDonald's. And Spadini points out, hey, they are.
What they did is, when you drive out, this McDonald's is right next to a drive-in car wash place. So they drove into the parking lot to the drive-in car wash and turned around and bopped a Yui. So they're facing our car now, and Jordan's got to make a left to get,
No, I didn't remember. I actually don't. Yeah, so
anyway, to go.
We see
I was like, oh, watch out, this car's trying to leave too. And then we realized it's the fucking car that was just in front of us.
It was them, and we were like, oh, it's them. And so we like, I didn't care because at this point I wasn't really into going a whole adventure. I was like, yeah, that's really dope. So I get out of the parking lot. I hop on the street. As I'm driving up the street, they suddenly pull up next to us.
Yeah.
And start like yelling at us to like put our window down and start like waving at us and shit. Well, we're in the middle of a fucking road, and so we do.
Yeah.
And we're like, "What's goody?" And they're like, "Where are you going?" We're like, we're going left. We pull up into like one of the streets that lead to Alex's house, and I'm sat there and I think to myself that maybe not the best idea to lure these people to Alex's house. Like, let's.
So I point the.
So we pull.
Let's just go to the park here. We'll just drop out of the park.
We pull into the park. That's nearby, and they pull up behind us and just block us in. And I'm like, well, I've seen movies. This is how it ends.
So we're sitting there laughing and like waving and like motioning for them to like
asking what they want, and then that's when Speedy decides to fling the fucking door open and jump out at them.
Yeah, I jumped out of the car, and then suddenly, 30 seconds later, they're backing out of the space, and we're like, huh?
We're like, what?
Well, that's weird.
We're like, where are they going? I thought. I'm like, okay.
So maybe we're like, oh, maybe they want us to follow them. So we get out. So I hop back in the car and we start going.
They start like being like, "What way are you guys turning?" And if we say like,
we turn the signal on. We're pointing our hands.
We're doing the hand signals. As they start driving away to go right, and then they instantly fucking blow away into the night forward, which is not left or right, shockingly enough.
So they went right, and then they shifted left, and then they just went fuck it straight, and then we were like, the hell is going on?
Needless to say, they sped away, and I was like, I don't really want to chase them. Like, they left pretty fast, so I don't want to make it out that we're, like, chasing them or whatever, like, no big deal. And then we park the car, and I'm like, I want to eat my food, but Alex and Spinny are like, no, what if they're nearby? We could find them. So we end up leaving on foot.
The whole reason I suggested this is because it was fucking funny.
It was funny.
There was no chance we were gonna run into these people, but just in case they turned around, we were like, I just wanted to know what they wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
And then at that point, we all kind of went, yeah, I kind of want to know what they wanted. So we walked through the park because it's like the road to get to Alex's house is like a couple turns. But it connects to a path to the park that you can just walk back through to where we were, and it takes no time at all. So we run through there, and then it's just an empty street because like it's midnight, and we're just hanging around, we're just walking. I'm like, all right, we'll walk up to the corner to where we saw them drive up to, and if we don't see them like parked anywhere, like fucking looking for us. You're a bitch. if they're not if they're not anywhere, we'll just go back. But Jordan's you're spooning in front of me.
Subway.
We'll get to that in a minute, Jordan.
Oh yeah.
So we walk up to essentially the grocery store that we always go to when we hang out.
Yeah, we hang out upstairs.
Yeah, we hang out upstairs. But we just sit on this fucking picnic table. Jordan eats his McDonald's, and I proceed to throw on my social media like, hey, does anyone own a blue SUV and knows what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
And that is essentially what happened, and we still to this day don't know. No one I talked to knows, and we ended up calling Jordan's siblings, asking like, hey, you know anyone who drives a blue SUV? And they're like, nah, we got nothing.
Yeah, so if one of our 9 viewers happens to be those people, what the fuck did you want?
What did you want? I am so curious.
Like, I still am curious as to what it was.
I don't care anymore, but it'd be cool.
We will never know. We'll never know.
Like, I don't give a shit to know anymore like I did that night, but it's like, alright, whatever. I just wanted to know what the fuck.
That was fun.
Alright, was.
Well.
It was...
That killed 9.5 minutes.
Alright, cool. On to the topic.
Come on, host.
Okay, so the topic of today is that we're going to talk about, like, stupid shit that happened at work.
Ooh, yeah.
So like Jordan said, we all have jobs.
Yep, we all
have different jobs.
Yep.
Very different. Actually, not YouTube. Pretty similar.
No, I'm not starting a job.
Oh, right.
You know, me and you, Jordan, we have similar jobs.
You
Jordan
make sandwiches, I wipe ass.
Jordan wipes ass. You just... I know, he's not wrong.
Yeah,
you clean up the stuff he makes.
I sometimes have to clean shit.
It's a circle, it's a circle.
You know,
a circle of life.
I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm the one here who's worked the most jobs. And then fucking Jordan's definitely worked the one that I would want to work the least. I'm going to say that right now.
Yeah. I got my diploma.
Oh yeah, his diploma.
My diploma came in. It's fucking sick. I'm officially a college graduate.
He didn't go to his graduation.
Yeah, I did not know. Nobody told me shit. I didn't know anything. I didn't get any fucking anything about where it was happening, what we were doing. I just kind of... My mom calls me into her room one day, and she's just like, did you know your grad was yesterday? And I was like, no, I did not. Little too late now, if you ask me.
Damn. That sucks.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's okay, I'm going back.
So, who wants to start off on their very funny stories?
Why don't we start off with what we do?
What we do? I'll go first. I work at Subway.
I was drinking, you fuck.
That's where he works?
No.
What do you work at?
Yeah,
I'm a professional ass wiper. I'm a personal support worker.
Yeah.
I work with the elderly.
I've worked a couple different jobs. I've mainly worked at Dairy Queen. That was almost for 3 years. I'm actually just planning on quitting that.
Well, we're talking about another job. I'm a landscaper.
I was just saying, like, I'm just gonna bring up a couple of the
I'm
things.
a landscaper. I wash cars. I used to work where Spadini works.
Or I am going to be used to work.
I'm going to be used to be working.
I've worked machine shops. I've worked janitor job. I've worked. I've done landscaping as well. I've done another machine shop. Fuck your mum.
Fucking your mom. Yo, if that's
mom specifically.
Why my mom? Why not your mom?
His name isn't actually Spadini. It's actually Johnny Sins, who we're sitting here with right now.
You were sitting with we're sitting with Andrew Tate.
Hell, I'll be bald if I have a 6-foot cock.
We're sitting here with Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate did not have a 6-foot cock.
Who knows? He's bald.
We're sitting here with the motherfucking ticket collector from the Polar Express.
Alright, well.
We're sitting here with Caillou.
Just name every bald character.
That's.
We're sitting here with Blaine, the 7th gym leader
Lex
from
Luthor.
from
Nice
Red.
to meet you.
Hello.
I'm still waiting on one.
Vision.
Not what I was expecting, but
Thanos.
come on, keep it going, guys.
Coldman.
Dr. Xavier.
He wasn't bald.
Coldman.
Yeah, Professor Xavier.
Professor Xavier. Nice to meet you.
Because I'm in a chair that's on wheels.
Hell yeah. My chair. My wheels. He said he wanted Minecraft for Christmas, not Minecraft.
That was a great video.
It was.
So yeah, so funny work stories. Yeah. Who wants to go first? Because I feel like we're gonna be here.
You want me to do
Speedy Man? The speed.
Okay, yeah. So why don't we go in order of like start with like the first jobs you worked, and then what's some of the funny stuff that happened there?
Oh my god.
I was a landscaper for my dad. Not a lot of funny shit happened, truth be told. It was just my dad cracking jokes. And
that's pretty fucking funny.
My dad's pretty funny, but I can't remember. But the best day I ever had was when I went into Windsor City with Alex, and the amount of shit we experienced.
That was probably the most.
We got to witness the crackheads of Windsor.
Yeah, like he was like, "Yo, Alex, my dad needs some help with like landscaping shit. Do you want to come?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" I'm like, "Fuck it, it'll be fun."
There it goes.
So we went, and Windsor, of course. If
you
don't know,
creaking that the shirt is gonna cause in the audio. Sorry, people.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know, Windsor smells like shit.
Yeah.
In most places. And there's a lot of bums and stuff like that. So while we're cleaning up like weeds and stuff like that, we find a cave. Remember that?
We do, yeah, underneath the building, and we were gonna go down there. My dad was like, "Don't go down there." We were like, "Why? What's up?" And he goes, "That's where homeless people used to live. Like, there's probably like heroin needles and shit that I'd rather not have you stepping on."
We found a sock.
We did.
But it was from a child.
We found a sock
female
in a
child.
fucking. It was one of the Harry Potter books.
We did find a Harry Potter book, yeah. It
I was
was
just talking
like
about that.
destroyed.
I was talking about fucking like Mr. Speed. Me and my dad was working. He essentially handed me and Alex $50, and he was like, "Okay, go to Wendy's across the street, get me my food. You two can get whatever you want. We'll spur break for lunch." And then me and Alex were like, "Cool." We go, we get our food, we chill out for a little bit. As we're walking back, we hit the button to like cross the street, and there's just this guy on the other side of the street. My man has like his headphones on. He like kneeled over and started tying up his shoes, and he starts bouncing. Like he's jumping around, he's moving his legs, and then all of a sudden the light turns green for us to walk, and my man books it like so fucking fast across the goddamn sidewalk right into the Wendy's.
Yep.
And me and Alex were like, "Yo, where'd that guy go? Oh my god, he's in the Wendy's."
Where did he? Oh my! It was so funny.
He was so.
You could tell he was like
an addict.
Like an addict or something like that. Like there was something off about him, but it was just funny.
There was that one. I liked the Weed Canada flag that some dude had hanging out on top of his fucking.
Yeah, the fucking grandma.
That's what I was gonna get to. The little old lady. Little old lady walks up to a bus as it's like pulling away to leave, and she's like knocking on the door. And then as the bus is leaving, she just gives it the middle finger like for so fucking long. Just.
She just stays there.
And me and Alex just sitting there like looking at her, losing it.
Oh my! It was so funny. Them, of course, are like making like very extremely funny jokes that Alex said. I'm not gonna say it on the camera because it'll be very bad.
we can't make fun of crackheads.
There's no on the camera. It's just on the air, on the mic, on the whatever the fuck. That's not a camera, son. There's no visuals.
There was that. Another good one was when we walked.
Put your pants back on.
Another one I really
Where's
liked.
your shirt?
We
bitch?
did when we did that house with the giant fucking pool. Like we had to lay all that like
that
line.
was so nice.
But yeah, it was so great because like we finished up our thing and me and Alec just got naked and hopped in this person's pool. Like, we were like, "Fuck it, it's hot."
Yeah, we just shoveled like a shit ton of gravel and that fucking sucked.
Shit ton of gravel on top of laying like
then,
I forget what it's called, but the fake grass.
Sod.
Yeah.
Sod.
And then we did a bunch of like dirt
Sod isn't
and
fake
stuff.
grass. It's real grass.
Yeah. Favorite part
If
was
you
my
need- if
my
you need
dad.
the
My
fake
favorite part was like my
grass,
dad
that's it.
joined it. Like my dad joined
Oh,
in.
yeah.
Like my dad was just like, "Fuck it." We went in our underwear. We
Fuck
didn't.
it, we
We didn't strip down to nothing. Yeah, like my dad just hopped in his underpants, dived in with us, and we were like, "Woo!"
And then he got us pizza too.
Yeah.
See, I don't care how hot the fucking day is. I'll
Little Caesar stuffed
I'll
crust
always
pizza.
do it.
That was why my dad used to ask me to work with him so often, and it was because like I was his like gateway to the guilty pleasure of stuffed crust Little Caesar's pizza. Like he would not get it. Like he doesn't. My dad doesn't stop when he works by himself because he feels like he loses his flow too much.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I want to stay in that, and it's fine. But like when I'm there, my dad's like, "Let's break for lunch." So I'm like, okay, because he can leave and go do that while I get some work done while he's gone. But yeah, no, my dad. It turns out that he wasn't telling my mom that he was doing that. Like that was just something he was doing, and then my mom was like, "Yeah, like you guys really do that." And so ever since then, my dad is just not. My dad doesn't really ask me to go that much with him because my mom got mad at him. But yeah, no. That's that. That's the peak of landscaping.
I was wondering why I wasn't invited to come work anymore.
Yeah, no, I haven't been in forever either.
I was just like, damn, it was so fun. I remember he tried to ask, David, we're not going to say his last name. It could be anybody.
Yeah.
But it's so funny.
David,
He's like,
yeah.
I know,
"Does
like,
David work?"
Yeah, he was like, "Doesn't David want to come?" And I went, David's going to do nothing but slow us down. Like, we'd honestly do better, the two of us.
Yeah,
David would just slow us down.
If only I was there at the time.
Oh, no, you would have died. You wouldn't be able to breathe. It was so hot that day.
Motherfucker, you realize I've done this shit.
Well, true, but, like, still, like, I feel...
I've worked in fucking shit conditions, man. It's great.
Yeah.
Horrible. Fucking loved it.
We had so bad. The day we worked, Alex, like the pool day,
Oh, yeah.
it was the hottest day that, like, that summer had gotten.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! What was this, like, 4 years ago?
No, this was like 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
I think. No,
No, dude.
No, it was like...
It might have been 4. You have a video of us sitting there, that'll tell you. Remember us sitting at the pool?
Pass me my phone, it's right behind you.
Fuck it. I can't move or else it makes noise. This is the most awkward way I've grabbed a phone in my life.
Alright, you guys talk.
Alright.
Go ahead, tell us about your job, Jimmy.
Fuck. Alright. I guess I'll do the machine shop first. I feel like I've talked about some of my work stuff before.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully anything that I'm saying isn't like too much of a boring repeat.
Okay, before you start,
Yep.
July 2019.
3 years ago.
That was pretty close. I was gonna say, because I remember like 3 or 4 years ago we had a fucking massive heat wave.
Yeah.
But yeah, so machine shop I did a co-op for back when I was in grade 12. I did a co-op at this machine shop, and then I ended up getting a summer job at the same machine shop just for the other company in the shop for the summer. So the co-op place that I was working at, my whole job was just, to get covered in junk and shit and metal shavings and clean things.
Mm-hmm.
And it was pretty fun because all the guys that I worked with were a fucking riot. And I'm just trying to think of like specific stories of us doing stupid shit. I remember there was a guy there named Julian who had a tattoo of like this like Amazon kind of warrior chick, like a mix between like Amazon and like Norse warrior, with just a massive dump truck ass on his forearm, with the ass out, like the ass is the focal point of this tattoo, with some like runic or whatever thing like inscription next to it, and I was like, it's a really good like art piece, but like on your forearm, dude, that looks like something, that's like a desk like top screensaver, but whatever. In my opinion, I don't know if I made this joke or not in the lunchroom or not, but fucking my joke was like, oh yeah, he did that so he doesn't have to worry about having Pornhub on deck, but like the whole thing about that co-op was, how do I make fun of Julian enough so people don't make fun of me? Because that was literally advice that I was given from the foreman of the floor. He goes, if you can rip into Julian, no one's going to care about you. I went, I feel bad for Julian, but I'm not getting the shit kicked
I'm not
out
getting
of me.
shitted on.
Exactly, I'm not getting shit on. So there was this one day that Julian's telling us about this chick that, because like one of the guys, the foreman's asking about some chick. And he's telling us, this chick lives in his building and is trying to like, move in with him or some shit like that. And eventually, the foreman starts laughing and goes, oh yeah, isn't this that chick with the face tattoo? And I don't remember the joke I made, but I made a joke a little bit later into the conversation that the foreman went around and told every other person in the shop.
Oh, that's the fucking worst. I know your pain. When
No, because he liked it so much.
No, that's what I'm getting at. I was at college one day and I left one of my lectures early because it was just exam review and I was like, I can do this by myself. And as I'm sitting there, this like girl I did a project with walks up to me and like we talk, we hung out for a bit, and she goes, I gotta go to the dollar store to like grab something for a project. Do you want to come? And I was like, fuck it, I got nothing better to be doing. So I went with her. She drove like a fucking maniac. I had never been convinced more in my life that I was going to die.
I think you've told this story in the podcast.
Maybe, I'm gonna finish it anyway. But regardless, that shit happens, and then like we get back, I leave because I just wanted to get to class. I get to class, I tell two like the friends I had there what just happened. Teacher walks in, hears us talking, and she's like, oh, is it really that bad? And I was like, I thought it was a goner miss. As I say that, fucking girl walks in. She was like, you were all fine in the car. I was like, I would have been holding on to the fucking safety handle if you had taken it out. And like sitting there and like going back and forth. And I said something. I don't remember what it was. But like fucking all of a sudden I hear laughter. My professor is on the fucking ground laughing. And she's like, I like this new Jordan. And I was just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing differently, but hell yeah, miss.
Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out, like, what do you mean you know how that feels? And now I realize, you know how it feels to forget the funny thing you said.
Yeah, to forget the fucking banger joke you made.
But yeah, I made this fucking amazing joke. And the foreman goes around to every other person. And like, I was walking back from the lunchroom, because not everybody ate up in the lunchroom. Some people would go outside and smoke. Some people would go out and get food or whatever the fuck. So I'm walking back to like the main, like, shop help station, because I have to like divert some big parts or whatever.
Yeah.
And all the guys who are on, like, the CNC machines and stuff are sitting there fucking, like, going, like, you didn't say that to Julian, did you? I went, yeah, I did. And they went, you fucking legend. I'm like, yeah. But they're all sitting there hyped up as shit. And, like, I even had Julian go, fuck, that was a good one. Even though I made fun of him. And, like, I don't remember what it was. But that whole shop was just, let's just fuck with this Julian guy. I felt really bad for him, but, like, hey, it wasn't me. I'll take it.
Better him than me.
Yeah. This is like that. It was your job before I showed up. I'm not here to take your job from you.
Yeah.
But other than that, I would just work with the owner's son.
Yeah.
Because this guy is fucking awesome, and I ended up playing hockey in a league with these guys, and me and the owner's son were pretty good friends in that.
Yeah.
But me and him one day, he just comes up to me and he goes, like, you got anything to do today? I'm like, no, it's kind of slow. I don't really got too much to do. The guy who I'm working with, his name's Pat. He's like, yeah, Pat don't got too much for me. He goes, you want to paint the coffee room? Just paint the coffee room. I went, yeah, fuck it, sure. I didn't know we had paint rollers. So I did the entire thing with a fucking 2-inch brush. And it took me 2.5 days. And at the end of it, Mitch, the guy's son, comes up and he goes like, oh, you like, here, do you have any extra paint left? I went, yeah, I still got like a little bit of paint. And we bring it back to the shelf. And he goes, oh shit, I found paint rollers! And that was just the last thing I remember that we were doing, besides me accidentally crashing on the forklift. But other than that, it was like, yeah, I painted a fucking coffee room, made Julian's life hell for a little bit, and I started to learn how to drive a forklift. And in front of the boss and a guy he's trying to, like, probably fucking get a job from, like, you know, get work for, I ended up knocking the forklift into a rack of, like, giant hooks to stick into parts to move them with the overhead cranes. And it went fucking everywhere. And Mitch just runs up to me and he goes, yo, bro, it's okay. You good? Yeah. Machine good? I'm like, it still runs. He goes, okay, cool. Pick it up. Let's go. And we just pick everything up. He's like, do not draw attention. Let's just get this shit. We're going to bring the fucking forklift outside because there's a bit of chips I had to take out. He's like, get that. Let's go. We'll get you outside. Don't worry about it. Nothing's happening. I drive back in. The boss is sitting there and he's like, how the fuck did you knock that over? I said,
First time for everything, sir.
I was like, not gonna lie, I saw you were here, I got nervous, and I forgot how long the fork was. And I just fucking nicked one of the bars of this rack and fucking sent it flying. Surprisingly, they still let me drive the forklift when I came back.
What?
They didn't give a fuck, dude. Nothing was broken, I just knocked a rack of clamps over. They were like, nothing's broken, who gives a shit?
Okay.
It was great. I never told the boss that I was taught how to do donuts in the parking lot with the fucking forklift. We had fun in that shop.
Seems like it.
Alright, I'll pass the fucking
Let me
microphone
talk
up
to you about pickles.
What the fuck?
Oh my god, the guy! The guy!
So, okay, so I
great.
think, okay, so I started in March at Dairy Queen, so this had to be during school. So that's,
I like you trying to put a time frame. You just know what happened. You don't know when the fuck it happened, but it happened.
It happened.
Is this the pickles at Dairy Queen, or is this pickles at Subway?
Fuck, Subway, wow, I don't know why I was talking about that.
Yeah, I was like, I remember the pickle store being a
No, okay.
Not a fucking burger.
No. Okay, so, it was like a month or two after I started working at Subway, and it's like, I'm working at 11 to 4, and I think it's like around like 11:30 or something like that, and that's when the kids would go on like break from school, and they would come by, and it would be a little busy. But, you know, today it was not that busy. It was just a group of kids. And the first kid, high as fuck. High as fuck. Doesn't even know what the fuck is going on.
You hit the pin on the way there.
He looks at me, and he's like, can I get, like, a foot long and Italian herb and cheese? And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, yeah, this guy's, like, gone. He's like,
Zooted.
He's gonna order something so fucked. I already know.
Choofed.
And he's just like, I want Swiss cheese. I'm like, okay. You want any meat? He's like, no. I'm like, do you want toasted? No. And then I'm like, okay. And then he's like, what kind of veggies? He's like, just pickles. I'm like, okay. I put pickles. He's like, more pickles. And I'm like, okay. Okay, so I put 2 fucking big ones. When people say put pickles, I put a lot. So I put 2 rows of pickles, and that's a lot of fucking pickles, and wanted
that's my
like
usual
more.
though. To be fair, that's my usual amount of pickles.
But no, he wanted more.
gamer.
He said, "Kev."
So he's
I don't
like,
get more because I don't have room.
no, he's like, put more. And so then I put a third row. And he's like, no, more. So then I put fucking 5. Alright, just to fucking do it, right? He want more? I put 5. And he's like, okay, that should be good. His sandwich is just bread and pickle.
Swiss
a little bit of
cheese.
Swiss cheese.
And Swiss cheese. You at that point, you barely even taste the Swiss cheese.
No, you don't taste the Swiss cheese. You know how overpowering pickles are?
That's
And
why I
then-
started getting tomatoes on my sandwich.
And then
I
all of
couldn't
his
taste
friends,
anything but pickle.
all of his friends are like giggling and laughing and shit, and then I'm laughing too, and they're all like, "Oh my god, that is just all sodium." And he's like, "Yeah, this shit's good."
It's a
You
bang-
know what?
I know a banger sandwich when I see
God
one.
fucking damn! And I was just, I was just like, "All right."
Dude, the
Like-
next day I get a sandwich from you, I'm just gonna make you make the worst imaginable creation I can think of.
Please
And
don't.
then I'm gonna make you take a bite.
Ah.
Don't worry.
That's
Do
gonna.
you ever
be
have a
good.
tuna meatball pizza sub?
No.
Get ready to make one.
I just don't want to. Tuna's great. Never had a meatball yet.
It's like my favorite part about Alex working at Subway is that every time I talk to him, he has like a new thing he's into. Because he gets to eat his subs whenever the fuck he wants to. So he's like, I get bored of him really quick. So I'll just make up a new one. And he's like, bro, you ever tried fucking pizza sub with like tomatoes on it or some shit? And I'm like, I do not. He's like, it is solid as fuck.
Every time I talk to Alex, he's like, I get like 17 different sauces. And I'm like, you don't taste anything but the sauces.
Okay, he's exaggerating. I get 3. Alright, I get 3.
On one sandwich.
Not that bad.
There's a lot of sauce.
You want to know about Indian people? Okay, the Indian people that come to Subway. Not
veggie patty or fucking...
It's a veggie patty or veggie or chicken teriyaki, and they get 5 sauces and they want extra.
That's how I feel looking at the PSW spot I do now. Because, dude, I will fucking hand out, like, people shit. Like, I gave some... I gotta remember what it was. There was something that... Whereas I handed some dude his dinner, and he goes, yo, do you mind getting me a couple packages of mayonnaise? And I don't remember what it was. Mayonnaise did not go on that bitch. I don't remember what we were eating for dinner that night. I don't remember what I served. I remember him looking me dead in the eyes and being like, you see this thing that mayonnaise doesn't belong on? Give me some mayonnaise.
Like pizza or something?
Maybe, I don't fucking remember. They don't really serve pizza, at least never that I've been there. But, like, I don't know what it was.
Mayonnaise on pizza, that sounds like sacrilege.
But my man asked for mayonnaise on it, and I was like, what the fuck? Alright.
A fucking salad. It's a Caesar salad with mayonnaise.
Yeah.
No, dude, there was a day that at Dairy Queen that this random order showed up, and it was like 12 orders of pretzel sticks.
Hell yeah.
And every now and then, people will fuck with me and just start typing in shit. Like people used to type in 68 hot dogs
Yeah.
to see if I would freak out, and I'd be like, no one buys hot dogs from here. That's not real.
Dairy Queen sells hot dogs?
No, they don't anymore.
Okay.
They used to for the first like.
Okay, I was
almost
about.
year.
I just looked. I was like, wait, we had hot dogs.
No,
all the
they
time? I was
got rid of
about to
them
say.
right around my first year mark.
Oh, okay.
So, fucking, yeah, there was like this order of like 12 pretzel sticks, and I was like, "Is that fake?" They went, "No, that's just real," and I went, "Fuck, okay." I used up my entire supply of pretzel sticks to make this shit. So all the stuff that I had thawed, because they come frozen in a box. So I have all of my thawed stuff. I run it all through the oven and all that, and then the lady goes, "Some of these are cold," and I went, "I can only put 6 in at a time, and there's 3 to an order. You ordered 12 orders. That's 6 rotations through this oven.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a little bit cold. They're not in there for
You got a microwave?
We do in the Dairy Queen too, but like
Some people.
she was just like, "Yeah, can I get new ones?" And I explained to her, I'm like, "No, you because by that time these ones are gonna get cold, and you're just gonna keep asking for new ones." She goes, "Oh, okay," and then leaves, and I'm like, "What the fuck was the point?"
Yeah. Do you think that's how the fucking Burger King people felt when we half stack of mozzarella
But the
sticks?
thing is that would never be an issue because they just take all the ones that were old, they fucking serve
Yeah, we
those
helped
up,
them recycle. We were doing a
Yeah.
good deed.
and then all the ones that they needed fresh, you just toss them all down in a basket together. I doubt they'd bake them.
Mm-hmm. We cooked them fresh like the Italians.
some of those were not fresh, Jordan.
I'm aware. I ate them with you.
That's why I would always give me the shit one first.
Yeah.
We didn't figure that strategy out until like halfway through the fucking season, but we figured it out eventually. But yeah, there was another time that the thing that made me laugh the most was when you said sauces. Fucking, there was a time that they
Want to grab me one, Alex?
Huh?
Want to grab me one?
Sure.
Thanks, bud.
There was a time that people were typing in like an order of chicken strips, and I was so confused when I saw it said tartar sauce.
I did not. That was not what I was expecting.
It wasn't what I expected either. I wasn't going to comment on it. He did not put the can up his ass. I want to clarify that to the audio, to the audio viewers. There's no can on his ass. He just put it on his forehead so it cools him down. Anyway.
Damn.
I'll turn off my fucking fan.
Well, just so...
Yeah, I know, it'll pick up.
It is getting hot in here, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'm not
usually
opening my
hot.
window. I got neighbors.
We got the oven. The one that was talking.
Yeah.
We call him the oven.
You're welcome.
Don't call him Spitini.
Anyway, they started typing in random sauces that we don't have, like tartar sauce and marinara sauce and all this stuff. And they were like, this is an actual order. And I went, where the fuck do we keep these?
Yeah.
And literally the girl who was fucking with me did a really good job because she just goes, make one. Figure it out. And I was like, well, we got vinegar, we got mayo, I'll cut some pickles or something. How do I make tartar sauce? I wasn't concerned about the marinara. That was just going to be ketchup because I had no way to fucking make that. And I was just sitting there like, how the fuck do I make tartar sauce? And I'm not even joking. I Googled it. And then she goes, no, I just saw there was a button. Thought I'd fuck with you. I don't want sauce. That was just an option. I hit it. And I was like, you son of a bitch! Stop touching my ankle, you fucking whore! I'm being raped.
There was a very liberal use of the word whore a couple days ago on the Discord server.
How so?
It was just them popping up. They're all turning their cameras on in a call for some reason, and Nemo was like, snap, turn yours on. She was like, oh, I'm in a tank top, maybe I got a fucking sweater. And Nemo was like, whore, how dare you sit around like that? It's funny. It's funny because it's funny Moving on.
Yo, Nemo! What are you
I just enjoyed it because later on, Snap brings it up to me, and I'm like, she's like, I'm amazing he says that to me, but you have Spadini who literally joined the call fucking naked, and he won't say shit. Like, I was like, yeah.
I'm naked.
Regardless, yeah, but like, apparently, like, that was being said, other people being called in, and we were talking about, like, because we were talking about the server, we were talking about the server meetup, because they were like, Red was just like, I don't really know how to get there, like, you'll have to talk to my mom so she can see you're not a bunch of fucking creepy old people, and I was like, that's fine, because Red's mom only speaks Spanish, and I was like, I don't speak Spanish, though, and he goes, like, what can you do, and I was like, hola, soy Jordan, like, I was like, that is the best you're getting from me,
You know what?
and like, at a certain point, I started listing off all the other Spanish words I knew. And I started going, hola, soy Jordan, biblioteca, hola, and then I got to the point where I went, hola, soy Jordan, puta. And like, all of a sudden, Snap going, huh? No, it's whore. I got told it was whore by Spanish speakers, so.
Yeah, it is whore.
Yeah, some people say bitch, some people say whore.
Regardless, I said that out loud, and Red went, please don't say that, and Snap went, don't say that, and no more, you should say that. Say that exact thing you just said. Whenever Red's mother shows up, go, hola, soy Jordan puta, and I went, can somebody say that to me in English? And then Red just goes, hi, I'm Jordan, whore. Oh, it's my last name. Jordan Douglas whore.
Fuck, dude, it's funny as shit. My favorite thing about that is, I remember one day me and Snap were talking, and she, like, I think it was me, Snap, and TK, or me, Snap, and TK, and Nemo, or something like that. We were all just talking, and we were talking about how often I'm shirtless in calls. I went, no, sometimes I'm just in my underwear, like, dead ass, I'm usually just in my underwear. Because it's hot, and I don't have a fan. And then I go, oh, but I've been in the call naked a couple times. And then TK goes, yeah. And Snap goes, I'm not surprised at all. And I went,
whore?
now I'm going to. Now that I know multiple ways to get on her nerves, my goal is to get her to block me on every form of social media.
Poor Snap.
Oh yeah, she blocked him on Snapchat while we were at dinner.
She's already had me blocked on Instagram.
Why?
Too.
I don't want to talk about that.
I was like, yeah, we'll tell you that.
That's a breach of Snap's privacy.
I'll tell you how I got her to block me on Instagram. She adds me on Instagram randomly. I realize it's Snap, and I go, "Oh, what's up, rat?" I said like you're a rat. Like I didn't say anything else. I was like, "Oh, what's up? It's Snap." Except you're a rat. Mm-hmm. And she goes, "I'm blocking you," and I said, "Good." And she blocked me and sent me a screenshot on Discord.
Oh, yeah.
And I went, "Good, keep it that way."
Whore.
Dude, there's like 7 different things I want to change Snap's name to on Snapchat, but I refuse to not have it be Snap-Chat. Because that was the funniest joke to me when she added me.
So easy.
What's that?
That's so unoriginal.
Oh, it's so unoriginal and easy, but like she gave me her Snapchat. I went, "Oh my god, I have the Snapchat," and I thought it was fucking funny. And I said, "I'm making that your name." And she said, "Please don't, I'll block you." And I made it her name, and she didn't block me. But now she did.
Allegedly.
Discord is next.
Oh, how convenient is that? No, that's Nemo.
Damn it!
It'd be really ironic if we were talking. What is Nemo sent? Ah, cool. Dude, you want to see one of the greatest fucking images I have saved in my phone?
It's actually a pretty good one. I'm not gonna lie.
You will suffer for your insolence. Nemo.
Here, I got this one.
Why does it look like Doppio? What the fuck?
I know, bro. Has more emo hair than I do now.
Bro, I got this one at dinner today. You don't look like you own an air fryer.
You clearly don't own an air fryer. This shit's so stupid. I'm saying this as a reaction. Someday,
This is my reaction.
One day, someone's gonna start talking shit towards me. I'm just gonna send this. You will suffer for your insolence.
Someday someone's gonna start talking shit to me and I'm gonna send them, "You clearly don't own an air fryer."
Oh, also, here's one for you, Alex. That's a Pennywise Tommy.
That's terrifying.
You got him a little costume.
You should have been as Batman.
His eyes are practically popping out of his fucking head.
You gotta bully that dog.
It's worth it, though. Look at him.
Is that gonna be next month's picture?
That's this month's picture.
Alright, well, anyway, back to the funny job stuff. We got off on a bit of a tangent. Never mind, we're still on the tangent.
Anyway, whore, what's going on? Silence, wench!
You clearly don't own an air fryer.
You will suffer for your insolence.
Nemo doesn't know how to take a picture of himself, and I love it.
Oh, I love that.
You have that, and you got fucking TK taking mirror selfies.
Bro, dude, TK's hot as fuck, though. Like,
I agree.
Can we just talk? Like,
Very fuckable,
real
man.
Real talk.
We're talking about doing tier list. Fuckable male friends.
We'll just go through everybody that we know, like all of our friends that we've ever had on Discord. Like, we has this lore shit. We'll say on our scale from fucking S to F, who are we gonna fuck? Yeah. TK, top of S.
Hell yeah, S+, honestly.
Fucking Goku rank. Stick that bitch in Goku rank.
Yeah. Anyway,
Ultra instinct.
TK, you have my Snapchat. I'm gonna text TK at like 4 in the morning when I just you up. What are you doing?
I'm just gonna send him a picture of my quote unquote abs, more or less my ab.
Mm. Send a
My
picture.
stomach.
You know how you tell him that like you sit around naked. Take a picture of yourself, but use like the Snapchat to like draw over it. Like be naked, but like draw yourself a cock.
Fuck, that's a really funny idea. But the thing is, I could never send that in the group chat. Snap would kill me.
Yeah, exactly. So send it to TK.
I don't have him added on Snap. I guess I should do that.
Add him.
Anyway, we'll make a Snap for your chat so I can send
Why
naked
would she
pictures.
kill you? Why would she kill you?
Have you met? Snap doesn't like when I'm shirtless.
Snap
dude.
does not like unclothed Spadini.
Have you never heard this?
No.
He doesn't join the calls.
No, I
No,
know
but we do this. We do this
I know
with
this.
Among Us and stuff.
Why?
I don't know.
But why?
I'm not her. Welcome back. That's getting edited out.
I pulled an Alex. Yes. That'll go.
I know I said I'm not, but fucking Jesus.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We're not gonna talk.
Remember,
stupid
your
shit.
neighbors know you're gay.
I will.
We're good.
Please. My next door neighbors are where I'm supposed to go. If
Hello,
the fucking
tree.
The next door neighbors are where I'm supposed to go if the house catches on fire. Come on. And I'm not gonna pull you, but like.
Fuck you. All right. Anyway, back to funny work stuff.
What did you do like that?
What? Oh my god, you people!
You people!
Yeah. Whore. I'm gonna call this episode 20 whore.
It's so fucking hot in here. I think I'm losing my mind.
Bro, touch me.
No.
We want to take 5 to cool. We could have done this outside.
Bro, we should have done this outside.
I got a hot tub.
Whore.
Or go skinny dipping in the hot tub.
We totally could.
Whore.
Later, let's stop. Okay.
I said it first.
Last episode it was nothing but fuck it, we ball. This one is just horror. Oh fuck, I love doing this shit, man. We're at 45 minutes and we're talking about nothing.
We're actually at probably like fucking, I don't know, 40 minutes because I'm cutting 5 minutes of a certain conversation because
You're actually gonna cut it out?
I don't know if that's something that is okay for us to just throw out there. That sounds like a breach of privacy as well.
Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't feel like fucking outing our friends. I'll make gay jokes at TK, but
I am gay.
there's certain places we don't go.
I am better.
Regardless, work.
We're
Fucking
doing it
hate
right
it.
now.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
fucking hate it.
Tired.
Yeah, suddenly all the energy is just gone in the room. Isn't that funny?
Spinny makes one joke he shouldn't have made, and all of a sudden no one's into this anymore.
It's just too hot to think anymore.
Who cares if it picks up on the fucking kid? Don't you dare drop my fucking fan!
I was clicking it. I'm holding it. I have the stem.
So you lose it for a sec. Points to himself like an asshole.
Welcome to Vietnam!
You hear that? That's the airplane! I can't wait for it to turn out that Alex moving it fucked up the audio again.
Oh my god, if that actually fucking happens. I'm just turning it down to like 1.
Time to scrap the episode.
Yeah. Wait, everyone be quiet. I want to see if it picks up. Yeah, it picks up a little bit. Fuck you, it's hot. We'll turn it off in like 2 minutes. I need fan flow real
Listen,
quick.
we work grueling hours for your people's entertainment.
Yeah, this is tough. But, back to work stories. Fucking, who's up next?
Look at that. I got a lot.
What's your poop stories?
Yeah, tell us some poop stories. I got a couple poop stories too.
The thing is, I've told most of them. I'm pretty sure I've told the Batman one. I listened to myself tell the Batman one on fucking camera.
I'm pretty sure we talked about the orange one as well, right?
Might have. I don't know.
Fuck it, just think of one. Tell the one that happened a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to dress up as Michael Myers for fucking to like go to work because they did Halloween for 2 days instead of the 1. So essentially, I dressed up as Michael Myers, and everyone else was wearing costumes. And homeboy, fucking old dude that goes there, asks one of the other people if he can borrow a bra from them, and then proceeds to take that bra and stuff it with as many fucking clothes of his that he can. So my man walks out with some big old honker badonkers, and he's just like ordering dinner like this is no big deal. Everyone's laughing and losing it. I fucking love him. He thanks me for my job way too often. So thanks for helping us out here, man. Like, that's my fault. I'm getting paid.
I didn't work on Halloween, and if I showed up, we could actually dress up, like fully dress up. Like, don't wear your uniform. You just fully dress up.
Yeah, I've gone to work as the banana before.
Yeah.
So I could have been the Joker, which was my actual costume. But I was thinking of something so funny. If I went as Batman, and I was working, I could just be the Batman and taking orders. Someone walk in, I'd be like, "Hello, what can I get for you?" Oh, it would be so funny.
You should have dressed up as the Joker and told me, because I would have got a Batman costume. Bro, I'd fucking show up to your work. What can I get you on your sandwich, Batman? Justice! That's fucking bash your head against the jump the table, start beating the shit out of you.
I want a justice sandwich. Make it a full off.
A justice sandwich with revenge on the side.
Why so serious, Batman?
Oh yeah, when this motherfucker got dressed as the Joker, he actually tried to kill me like 3 times. Like, actually
I
trying to kill
just
me.
smiled at me as if it's a perfectly normal.
Do you understand how creepy that fucker was when he first put that makeup on? God damn!
I kept going on to him and saying, "You know what my father did?"
No, I have PTSD. I have PTSD. He actually grabbed my
Oh, no
neck.
wonder you still reek of Subway. You're wearing the fucking uniform still. Represent.
I forgot to change.
I know. This is the moment you got in the car, I could smell it, and I was like, "Did he not shower?"
No, I didn't have any time
No.
to.
Anyway,
What the fuck was that?
what is your people's problem?
I was looking down and I just heard whatever the fuck that noise was, and I went, "Oh, you sniff."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know, I feel like the problem with work size. I feel like I've
You got
told
very
most
nice
of my
hair,
work
sir.
size.
Thank you.
Just save into a bra.
You should.
Bro,
I have all the chest hair to do that, bro. I'm considering it. Shoot.
Whore.
Don't judge me for how I dress. It's better make a joke. Anyway, I'm trying to think, bro. I feel like I've told all of my work stories.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is I'm sitting here now like, did I tell a lot of my work stories to you?
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. Just in case I haven't told this one, I'll tell this one. So I was working a job as a janitor for like a month, and fucking, this is at a park, like an outdoor like national park. So I'm not gonna say the name or anything like that, but I was working for a park. This place, I was a janitor. There's a lot of different bathrooms, and some people will bring their own bathroom system, kind of thing, and this one person brought a portable toilet and then emptied it into a normal toilet and then proceeded to flush it like that wouldn't cause a problem. They emptied this entire thing into it, and it clogged the piping system to the women's side of the bathroom. It flooded up through the toilet it was dumped in, the toilet next to it, and there was literally just shit all over the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And the group of people that I was with, me and then the other two janitors that were working that day, one of them was the afternoon crew, and then two of us were the morning crew. We pull up to fix it, because in the morning I plunged it, but we were told that it was fucked again. And I came back, and there was piss and shit all over the floor, because it overflowed, and water and all that. And I'm in, some work shoes and boots or whatever the fuck, and I'm like, alright, whatever, I'll walk in, I got a mop, I'll fucking clean it.
I'll fuck around and I will find out.
I cleaned it. I was the only one willing to clean it. I closed the bathroom down, proceeded to get yelled at by a lot of people who wanted to use the bathroom, but I'm like, you don't want to use that bathroom, you flush the toilet, and it explodes. I plunged it like fucking 5 times now, and it's not fixing it. There's a problem. It needs to get snaked. It's covered in fucking so much shit. Like that was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. But what did I do? I cleaned it because it was my job. What happened to me? Didn't have that job for very long.
Well, now.
And nobody else was willing to do that shit. And I was like, fucking wow. You wonder why I don't work that job anymore. God damn.
All because you said the word whore.
I didn't say shit.
I
because
know,
you
I'm
were a whore.
I never called anybody a whore, dude. What are you talking
No,
about?
I'm joking.
Anyway.
I just don't work that job anymore.
Remind me
It's
of
too
one
far.
I have. I'm walking around the building because that's what I do when I'm bored. And I walk by this woman's older woman's room, and she is fucking butt booty naked, just covered in her own shit.
Ah.
And I'm sitting there. I was like, what the fuck? And then she turns around and starts screaming at me to leave. And I walk away, and I walk to one of my coworkers, and I was just like, hey, she needs your help. And they were like, why couldn't you do it? And I was like, she yelled at me and told me to leave. So, one of you could go try. Because, being a dude, I'm not exactly well received for fucking most shit there. Because,
It would be kind of weird wiping an old woman's ass.
Yeah, some of them are okay with it. Some others aren't. I have some old dudes that aren't cool with me doing it.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
They're afraid of your power.
I stand over them super high.
Your giant hands going next to
One of my favorites, I had to shave a dude. Like, I had to shave his face. And, like, it was before lunch. So I'm sitting there, I shave him, I finish up. I'm like, yeah, you're looking great, dude. And he's like, you really mean that? I was like, of course I do. Like, I did it. Of course you look great. And he was like, okay. And my man was fucking stunned during lunch. Like, my man changed his clothes. My man was fucking breaking it down in that wheelchair. He rolled in looking like he was the shit. My man had, like, the nicest, like, casual, like, what's it? Like, this, you know, like semi-formal kind of clothes. My man.
Semi-formal is...
Yeah, exactly.
Dress is like dressy.
Yes! My man walked up in like the most semi-formal fucking clothing, shaved. My man was fucking stunning, winking at all the old ladies. My man owned that lunch, and I was just like, you rock it, bro, you rock it.
Motherfucker turned that wheelchair into a goddamn runway.
Damn straight.
Gotta love it.
Yeah.
I love when that shit happens.
They're great, man. Honestly, they're so much fun to work with, especially when they're nice to you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, the nice old people sound like an absolute riot to work with. I feel like they would be great. I just don't know if I can get over fucking the shittier parts of the job.
Yeah, it's whatever. Honestly, it makes it worth it helping them out, so.
Yeah, like, I can totally see the fulfillment in the job. It's just, that's not the kind of fulfillment that I would search for.
Fair enough.
I was talking to my professor, and because I want to go into hospital to work as a biomed. That's my goal in life. And I was talking to one of my professors who is a former biomed, and he's telling me about the times that they've walked in on people finger painting, is what they called it. What finger painting was...
I know. Oh, yeah.
This is for Alex in the audience. I told you about this already, Jordan. Is when people are smearing their poop on like the walls or the floors or whatever the fuck they're putting it on themselves sometimes. This guy is finger painting while my professor is trying to get a pump, like an infusion pump from the room, because they have to do preventative maintenance on it. So he's coming in to get the pump. This guy freaks out because he's like, I've never seen you before, whatever the fuck, and chucks his shit at my professor. My professor's like, he's old and he telegraphed his movements very well. I got out of the way, closed the door, bam! He tells one of the nurses he's with, hey, you gotta go in there and give me that pump. She goes in there, guy's acting like nothing happened. And he's just like, hi, how's it going? She's like, why'd you throw your poop? And he went, that wasn't me. And she's like, well, it wasn't me. Who was it? You're the only one in the room. And then he goes, oh, it was that guy who just came in. We're in the middle of class. Like, we're in the middle of a lecture with, like, 30 people in it, right? Because it's college. It's smaller lectures, not fucking crazy university ones with 300 people in it. We're in the middle of class. What do I respond with? But, sir, you seem like the type. He starts laughing, and then he says the thing, Alex. He goes, yeah, I just walk in, drop trow. I almost lost it when he said that.
Drop trow.
Reason drop trow's funny, audience, is because I'd never heard it before, and Jordan said it once, and I laughed my ass off, and he explained it to me. Every time I hear it now, it's funny as shit.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, you know, go in, drop trow, crap, leave. Don't get the pump I need. I'm like, yeah, it sounds like you. But if that's what I'm going in, that's the stuff I get to work with. God, I'm so
dude,
sick.
crazy. So I never, because we have like, when you go into shit like that, you essentially have like an Alzheimer's unit, and I couldn't do it. It was too depressing for me to look at. Like, I had a lot of the kids I was working with who wanted to wind up doing it there, because they were like, oh, it's all so cute working with it. It was too depressing for me to look at, because it's these people who have no idea what the fuck's going on anymore. Like, nobody knows what they're doing here, or what they're, like, nobody knows who they are. Like, it was just sad for me to look at. Like, I remember talking to my fucking, the college person I was there with, and she was like, what do you think of this unit? I was like, I hate it here. She was like, what do you mean? I was like, I was expecting this to be, like, a lot of fun, because everyone was talking about how cute this is. I was like, I feel so shitty being here. She was like, it could be hard to look at for most. And I was like, yeah, this sucks. But then every single other person who got to work there was just like, that was great. They're all so cute and stuff. And I was like, they're not cute. They're gone. They're not there.
Yep.
They're anywhere but here. I don't know. I
It's
could
a really good gobble gum in COD Zombies.
Yeah. But regardless, like, yeah, no.
Dude!
The look Jordan just gave me was that of disappointment. Sorry for interrupting. Continue. That was a good joke.
That was just my statement on the matter. What else was there? We had one lady where I worked at. She was in a lot of pain constantly, and she just kept doing surgeries to a point where there was like not really much of her left.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, she was just like kind of silent, but she had a very bad tendency of shoving her fingers up her butt and fishing for gold.
What?
Yeah.
But
that's not the point of the story. The point of this story is that one day we were forced.
Why was that a detail necessary?
I don't know. It was a character trait at first. Regardless, we're sitting there and like we students were told like, hey, go and change her, and we're like, okay. And so we're sitting there. She had a very bad tendency of clenching up whenever somebody was trying to like touch her. 'Cause I guess she was scared, and it was just a like normal thing. But like we were told like, listen, she's completely fine, but she like you got to understand that like you have to change them. Like at a certain point, we don't want to do stuff that makes them uncomfortable. However, if you are going to get infected and hurt if we don't do something, we kind of got to do it. And like that was how they viewed it. And so or at least that's what they told me. And so I follow it because, you know, I'm a student. I'm just going to listen to you. But regardless, we're sitting there and we got to like yank this like diaper out because it's stuck. And I was just like, if you want to hold her hands, because she had a tendency of fucking swinging. So I was like, if you want to hold her hands, I will pull up the thing. And she was like, okay, you've both watched Attack on Titan.
Yep.
Do you remember in the 3rd season when fucking Erwin and all the other people are running towards the fucking Beast Titan and he's chucking rocks at them?
Yes.
Literally, I like legit, I'm pulling and I guess she loosened up, and as I fucking whip home, like rabbit shits flying like those rocks, bro. I was like, ah! And I actually dodged out of the way. Like, everywhere, we were just like, well, she went.
My soldiers raged!
Yes, but her soldiers did scream.
I think I'm in love.
What a scene, bro.
What was that guy's name?
I don't remember. He's dead.
He wasn't a main. Mushroom head, that's what I remember they called him. Anyway.
Yeah, they did call him Mushroom Head.
Yeah, no, but that was an experience. That was like the first thing I went to when that happened. Bro, I was like, bro, this is just like, where's fucking, not UC Baker, what was it, Before the Lights Dim or whatever the fuck Erwin's theme is called. I was like, where is it? I worked as a babysitter for a little while. I can talk about that. Oh my god, okay, so, you guys want to talk about Jordan luck? Here's some funny shit. I had to babysit these kids, and as a reward, my parents bought me like a hat. And I was like, that's sick. But the thing is I had to bear. It was like my little siblings and their friends, and like the parents of the friend's family wanted to pay me for helping them. And my dad was like, no, you don't have to do that. Like he got his pay. Like you don't have to worry about that. And they're like, no. Like we think it's only fair. And so they gave me $40. So I take one of the bills. And like I was like, I'll take 20, like because I didn't want to make my dad upset. And they're like, no, take it. They dropped it. We were on the top of this fucking building, and they dropped it, and it fell off the building. It was gone. We are getting ready to leave, and as we're getting ready to leave, we drive out, and we like drive to the building side that they dropped it down. And I was like, can we get out and see if it's there? Mom was like, it would be kind of funny. Let's go look. And we go, and it is literally sitting like caught in between two like bars into like leading into a sewer grate. Like it was just held there. Like if anything had happened, it would have fell in. But I nabbed it as quickly as I could, and I got it. I got my money. Like legit, like a whole ass day later, I went and I got my money.
Nice.
It was sick.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's sick as shit, baby.
I used to, because I did lacrosse, I used to babysit this kid named Cole. He was one of the like little ones. I fucking loved Cole. Cole was just sick. But like the one thing Cole did was that I was that man's noble fucking stallion. That meaning that if my man like pointed downwards, I knew it meant that Jordan had to crash down so he could crawl up onto my shoulders so I could carry him around. My man just wanted to feel taller than everybody else. I remember we went to his parents, and he's like, go stand in front of my dad, and I did, and he's just like, to his dad, like, above his dad, and shit. And I was like, yeah, swing Cole, fucking pop your dad.
I fucking love kids, man.
Yeah, they're great.
These little shits are great. I love them. There's some funny ass kids out there, man.
I tried to be a YouTuber for a little bit.
Yeah, I remember that.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
That is the funniest thing he's ever seen. That was a big one.
No.
It wasn't funny,
It
Alex.
is funny. Imagine little baby Jordan, right? Throws his fucking Mario. Sid stands there. His parents looking at him. Standing there with
Realizing.
no thought in mind, but so funny.
That's not nearly as funny as a pickle on a drill, though. Let's be 100%.
But it's not as funny as whore. Okay.
Shitting on camera, you whore. I think you dropped something.
That was funny. That was funny. What? There was a video of some chick dancing on some street pole, and she's like, "Oh yeah, you like that?"
That's like someone we used to go to high school with.
And the
I'm glad you guys remember.
What a time to be alive. Continue your story, Alex.
and then so yeah, she's dancing on this pole, and she's like, "Ah, you like that?" And he's like, "Yeah, I like that." And then out of nowhere, she just drops a shit, and he just goes like, "I think you dropped something." And then the video ends.
That's a good reaction.
It's like the most Play-Doh shit you can think of, and it just bloop. It's just a little bloop, just falls down, and he's like, "What? I think you dropped something." The fact that it was so casual is so funny. Oh my god.
Well, what's he gonna go? You bro, you shit yourself in the middle of the street. He's like, no.
I think you dropped something.
Exactly. That's a way better way to deal with it.
I think you dropped something, whore.
Yeah.
Ankles. Why are you touching me?
I tried to be I don't know. I'm trying to think of other shows. I tried to be a singer for a little bit.
You're just saying random things you used to do. I'm
Yes.
talking about the
Is
job.
that your job?
Yeah, well, I'm the only one who's fucking talking, so forgive me for trying
I'm
to...
sitting here trying to remember what I haven't told in the podcast.
Mom and
Here,
Dad are
just-
fighting now. Oh shit.
How long have we been going?
We are at an hour and 7 minutes, so we'll just say an hour, depending on what you need to cut out.
Yeah.
What else was there? There was okay, so I'll tell some more Dairy Queen stuff. How about that?
Yeah, but I didn't tell them the story about me and you when I first started working.
We didn't do anything funny, though. We said we were going to be normal, good working people, and we were normal, good working people.
But we did funny stuff.
Yeah, when we were walking out to the fucking dumpster with boxes and trash, we made jokes, but other than that, that's not a good story. Something stupid that has happened was, there was, back in, the day of when I first started working there, and it was actually fun at that store, there was a golden group of people to close with. 3 people in specific. 2 of them would be the actual closing people. One of them would just be someone who you'd work with up until about the time that we closed for customers. So when the first girl would leave, it would be me closing kitchen and front. Another girl was closing back and the other stuff, and then the other girl was closing all the manager stuff. And we would crank the radio to as high as it could go, where we could still hear each other scream sing, and sing songs specifically, tell me what you want, what you really, really want. And we would do this every time the song would come on, even in the middle of actually working or being busy. We would just start screaming this to each other and singing it. And we would do this and piss off one of the managers, because she would be like, "You suck at singing," to one of the girls. Just outright, "You suck at singing." And our goal was to make her sing as much as possible to piss off the manager that nobody liked. And it was fucking hilarious. But one night, the girl who quote-unquote sang like shit was, the head for closing that night, and I'm closing kitchen. And I'm taking out trash, and I lit, the bin for some reason is really fucking heavy. So I lift up one of these bags and it's just not coming up. And I go and I lift it up and I yank it as hard as I can. And I bring it up and it rips. And there's this cardboard box in it that splits open and just drenches me in some, like, you know, juice and milk or whatever the fuck is in this, you know, all the trash juice. And just covers me with ice cream and all this other crap. And I'm like, I'm sitting here covered in trash. And I walk back in, and you can hear my shoes fucking squeaking because there's stuff all over the bottoms of those too. And I look at the two girls who are closing, and I'm like, "You guys need to help me." And my arms are like stretched out, and like my legs are stretched out like a fucking starfish. And they just start pointing and laughing and not helping. And I'm like, "Well, I call my dad, bring me a towel. Don't ask questions. You'll know when you get here." And I look at them and I went, "Okay, I will mop the floor. I need you to spray me with the spray sink like it's a garden hose. I need you to do this." And they went, "Are you serious?" "I'm 100% serious. I need you to get all this shit off of me before it stains my clothes." And they go, "Okay." And this one girl pulls out her phone to start recording, and then the other girl grabs the fucking spray sink and fucking points it at me. And she goes, "Are you ready?" And I went, "Hit me!" And she sprays it for half a second before she starts laughing and stops spraying. And I went, I need you to spray me. Like I'm standing over the drain in the floor for if it like floods or something. Please spray me! She won't do it because she's laughing too hard. And I ended up spraying myself a little bit and like wetting a cloth and like wiping all the shit off. And my dad comes that night because I couldn't drive at this point because I was still young. And it's like, "Why'd you need a towel?" And I tell him, "You smell me." And he goes, "Yeah." I said, "Yeah, I'm covered in trash." And I was like, "All right, good call with the towel." And that was the end of that. That like it's so much funnier in the moment. It's just I realize it's just not a funny story. This is the issue. All the stuff that I did at like Dairy Queen is really funny in the moment, but all of them are shit stories because it's not like funny old people that you talk about. Or like I guess the funniest thing I can say from like my work experience was back when I worked at the second like shop. There was a guy that his name is Brian. I ended up calling him Confucius because Confucius would around my last month of working there, every day I would talk to him. He'd give me words of wisdom, and I've probably talked about this on the podcast before. But he was the one who was telling me to be like, if my college degree doesn't work out, be a gigolo. Move to Florida and be a pool boy for a rich family. Word for word, as soon as he finished that sentence, he immediately cuts into, "You're gonna be fucking the grandma at first. You're gonna be fucking the grandma. That's how it's gonna happen. You're gonna be fucking the grandma. And that's gonna suck. But eventually, you might move to the mother. And if you do that, you win. Because once you get to the mother, you can move to the daughter. And once you move to the daughter, you get all the money in the will." And I went, "Fuck, you got a point, I'm not gonna lie." So, that's my backup plan.
How hot's the grandma, though?
Why the fuck is that the question? But yeah, like, it would be shit along the lines of that every day. He would be telling me, "Man with hole in pants, touch pee-pee all the time." I'm like, "No shit he does." And as soon as he finishes saying that, he'd stick his hole in his pants, and he sticks his hand in his pocket. I went, "There a hole?" And he goes, "You know it." Thank you, Brian.
Brian was great. It's like fucking Jordy. Sure.
Yeah.
Dude, I fucking every. But one day, I forget what he said. That was really fucking funny. But it was about one of our other coworkers, and I go up to him and I start laughing at him and making fun of him, and this guy's name's Steve, and me and Steve were pretty buddy. Because, like, my whole job was, like, cut up a bunch of electrodes that he then machine, like, all the blocks for the electrodes that he machines. And me and this guy were chill. We would fight each other with rags. Like, when you, like, twist up a rag and then snap it on people's asses, how you've done that to me many a time, Jordan, with a dishcloth. We have great videos of you chasing me because you are the fucking wall! But, I remember back, we would snap rags on each other's asses because it was just something funny to do. And after I'm done laughing at him from what Brian says, I go back to like my little fucking garage spot where I have my bandsaw and all the carbon I cut. And I look back, and there's just Steve with two of them tied together, walking towards me, spinning them. and I don't have one next to me in preparation. So I fucking step back, and it's just like a fucking horror movie. Like he's Michael Myers coming for my ass. And I'm just sitting there like, ah, shit! He comes up, snaps it, hits me in the ass. I grab one, like I grab the thing, I rip it, and I get one of the two, and he has one of the two. And we just sit there and start snapping each other. And then we just hear Brian whistle because the boss is coming. And we're like, shit! And then the boss starts scoring. He's like, what are you guys doing? And Steve goes, I'm just asking for this job, because he was smart and had a paper in his back pocket for the next job that I needed to cut. He goes, I'm just telling him he needs to cut this job. And I was like, yep. And then fucking the boss is like, Evan, I think not Jack's the name of the boss. Evan, I think Brian needs you, because Brian whistled. And I run over and I was like, Brian, what do you need? And he goes, I was whistling so you guys would stop. I'm saving your asses. I'm like, thank you, sir. Make it look like you needed me. And he goes, don't worry, I'm right ahead of you. Put that away. I'm like, got you. It was just, we would do shit like that. It was, because it was just the three of us and then the boss. And then he eventually hired somebody else who fucking sucked.
He didn't believe in fun?
No, he was supposed to take over my job as like the shop help, and then he quit before I quit, even though I had a set deadline. So I was training this guy, and then he fucking leaves, and I was like, hey, he's a bitch. But other than that, like, yeah, the only other time that like we did something really stupid at the shop was me and Pat, the guy who I worked with back on my co-op, we would always get rags covered in like chips, because we'd clean out all like the loading bays for all these giant CNCs, because these are like all these CNCs are fucking massive CNCs used to cut giant cast iron things for car manufacturers. Like, we've done stuff with Mustang, we've done stuff with Ford, we've done stuff with fucking like GM and all this shit. When I was working at the second half of the shop, we ended up cutting the new Ford logo. We ended up cutting the new Ford logo stamp, and that's going to be on every car. We cut that in the shop for everything in North America. They're going to use that outline for that stamp. And that shit was cool as fuck to be able to have made. That was a really fucking fun experience. We, on the other side of the shop, would get these rags covered in chips, because we didn't work with graphite, we worked with cast iron. So, every now and then when you'd whip somebody, you'd have metal shards in them. You'd have a razor whip.
Oh.
And you would slap it on somebody. And every now and then, you might miss and hit him in the arm. I don't know if you guys ever saw any of the little nicks and cuts on my hands.
I did.
A lot of those were from slapping fucking rags on each other. And you just cut your hands up. And back when I was doing that co-op, I was still working at Dairy Queen, because I was working Dairy Queen when I was working both sides of the shop. I would go into work, you know, you'd wash your hands and stuff like that, and then you'd go and you'd transfer, you'd fill up a backup of pickles, and then you might end up getting a little bit of pickle juice on your hands. Holy fuck, did that hurt?
Yeah, that would hurt, yeah.
Because you have 1,000 micro cuts on your finger this morning, and then holy shit, I got a drop of pickle juice on my head. Oh my god, it hurt.
I remember when I worked at Dairy Queen, my nails were fucking green because of how many times I just dipped my hands into the vinegar to get the pickles.
Yeah, that shit leaked through the gloves.
Yeah, it really did.
It was bad. Because, like, you just use the same pair of gloves for a fucking order, and then boom, you take them off, and you grab them, fucking, ew, this shit hurt.
They make us do gloves for showers at work.
I mean, that makes...
Yeah, no, I agree with it, but...
It makes sense, but, like, at the same time, holy shit, that would be the most uncomfortable feeling ever.
It's the worst because with how much you move around with the water, especially when it's bathtubs and not showers.
Oh, it's going to fill those
oh my god, fast. So quick. And you can't take them off. Like, you gotta get... Because you leave the old person waiting there, and you don't want to do that. Because that not even that, it could harm them. So you gotta get them out as quickly.
They're like a fucking prune. You don't want it to fucking...
Exactly. This kid can fall apart. It's a very real problem. No, I'm like...
No, I know it is, but when I say that, Alex looks at me and goes, ha! Oh!
Yeah.
He's like, what the fuck? Oh, that's what you were talking about.
Oh, that's the fuck. Yeah, regardless, though.
That the fuck? Do you have any more, Alex? This is your episode.
Yes, I do. We're going to talk about toilets. So,
fuck it, I'm down. Let's do it.
Okay, so I'm
just shit.
No.
What do you mean no?
No. Whore.
Or
So.
Apparently, I've never shit before.
How do I know? How do I know?
You broke into the bathroom while I was mid shit before with a bag of hash browns.
I had to cook my hash browns.
You didn't cook anything. You stole my toilet paper.
Exactly.
Anyway, talk about toilets.
Okay, so I just finished an order, and a guy just like randomly just walked in and went to the washroom, and then he comes out, leaves, and I'm like, okay, guess no order. I guess I don't have to, I don't know what to do. So then another guy comes in, use the toilet, and then he comes out and he's like, hey, you kind of have a situation in the bathroom, and I'm like, oh fuck, what now? This is like my first time doing this, and I come in.
stop watching fucking Keemstar.
Stop being on your phone.
I was just.
What the fuck is this shit? I'm telling you a poop story.
So either you listen to mine, it's only fair to listen to yours. Go ahead, speak. And listen.
So what I do? So what I do is I look inside the toilet. You know what I see inside the toilet?
What's that?
It's the toilet paper.
Oh my god.
But then there's the shit on top of the toilet paper.
Yo!
And then I was thinking to myself, how did he wipe his ass?
No. Ah, that's a good question. Fuck off. Anyway. You guys are getting people are getting behind the scenes of the fucking podcast right now. We apologize. How much time are we at?
Hour 21 minutes.
Should we read up?
1 second.
That's up to you.
Go, pop off,
So-
Alex. Alex, just the last story of the day.
Just think of this. Think of someone going to the washroom, right? Taking a shit.
I'm doing it right now.
Okay.
I can't relate. Hold up.
I shit today.
Currently shitting in my bed.
So, but the toilet paper was at the bottom. It was just clogged with toilet paper.
Yeah.
But the shit was on top of the toilet paper.
The new guy who came into the bathroom shit on top of the old guy's
One of my
mess.
favorite memories from high school. Alex, you remember that when you like
Or
we
maybe.
you and I like went to the bathroom because we were trying to like fucking like dodge something in class, and like we're sitting there and we're hanging out, and you open a stall door and you're like, Jordan, get in here, and we walk in and there is just a shit with no toilet paper, and you're like, did he wipe? Did he wipe? I was like, did he?
Dude, fucking high schoolers are the worst.
High schools are disgusting, yeah.
That shit was gross.
Yeah, so there's this one guy, his name is Evan. Name Evan?
No, my name's Spadini.
Not to your dad. And,
This is my dad's name is Spadini.
guys have the same name. Wow.
That's also goes named after my father.
Wow. And then, so apparently they had like some problem with the female like toilets and stuff like that. And Evan like was opening the store that day, and he comes in to the subway being flooded, like all the way to the front door. Like there was water all the way to. Apparently the toilet just kept running overnight.
That's a long distance because your guys' bathrooms are like all the way in the back.
Yeah.
And it managed to get all the way to the front, which means it would have
Yeah, and it was like this
into the kitchen.
It was
area.
like it was like this much of water.
There was
It
an
like
inch of water?
Like an inch of water, yeah. And imagine
Jesus
7:00 in the fucking morning. You open the store door, and that's what you see.
Someone had a good night.
Oh, he. Oh my god, I feel bad for that guy. Oh my god.
I've had a little kid come up to me in the Dairy Queen and go, "The bathroom's disgusting," and I went, "What do you mean?" He goes, "The toilet," and I went, "Say no more, kid. I know what I'm doing. I've probably seen worse." I walk in, I've definitely seen worse, but it's just brown. Everything's brown. It's real full. Everything's brown, and I'm like, this is because this little kid, right, the little boy. I walked into the men's restroom and I was like, "There's nothing wrong in the men's restroom." And I went, "Did this kid go in the women's restroom?" And I went in the women's restroom and holy shit! It was fucking so full. I just assumed that someone overflowed it with TP and then fucking tried to flush it, and that it didn't work, and then they tried to flush it again. Because that's usually what happens, is people go for a double flush when they shouldn't, instead of just trying to ask for help. Because they're too embarrassed. Anyway, I get a plunger, I get all the cleaning stuff, I fix the bathroom, and I go and I tell the little kid, like, hey, you know that was the girl's bathroom, right? And he goes, he's just silent. I'm like, you can go use the bathroom now, buddy. He goes, oh, I don't have to anymore. I went, did you use the bathroom? He goes, no. Why did you need the bathroom? I don't know. What the fuck?
Kids.
I mean, thank you for telling me that there was a problem and I was able to fix it. But I'm like, I just went back to go tell this kid, like,
You know what that means? He was looking for
fixed it.
boobies. That's what he. That's what he was looking for.
He was in there looking for some milk. Because this kid's like 7. And I'm like, bro, you can't use the bathroom.
He was still looking. Yeah.
And he's just like, yeah, I don't need to use the bathroom anymore. I was like, I swear to God, this kid pissed underneath the table in the dining room. I swear to God.
He's
This
just
kid-
like, this guy taking.
But yeah, no, dude, I'm not even sure. This kid just sat there and stared at me, and like his dad's right next to me, and his dad goes, "Oh, buddy, you can go." Like his dad chimed in too, and I'm just sitting there like, "You can go." Like the bathroom's clean. Like it's clean. He goes, "Oh, I don't have to anymore." And just I remember just like looking at this kid like, the fuck, and then like his dad looks at me like. I'm like, all right, whatever. Everything's fixed. If you guys need to go, you need to go.
Shitting himself.
I'm wondering if that kid did that to that bathroom.
Ah.
That kid tore up the girl's bathroom. Would have been fucking hilarious.
What the fuck did he eat?
Dairy Queen, clearly.
Ugh.
Even though they only got ice cream.
Cheese from Pizza Hut.
What's that?
Don't eat the mac and cheese from Pizza Hut.
Oh my God, those are the greatest videos.
Anyway.
Yeah, so it's about an hour
It's about
26.
Yep.
Jordan's going to cut out probably a couple minutes because we talked about something that he doesn't want to show, and that's perfectly fine with me because I totally understand it.
All right.
All right.
We shall
so-
see you next time in 3
We're not gonna say-
years.
I'm not going to say any time we'll see you.